It was day. Snowy was ready to wake up. When she woke up, she saw something weird. She was a lynx again. She stood up and watched the land. Snowy then leaped off. Well, she was fine as she landed on her feet. Landed on her feet. She then ran up and found some lone. Well, she looked at it and ran off. It was useless. She ran off into the wild again. What am I doing? Snowy said. Well, I'm pretty sure some animal took my little snowflake. She yowled. So as Snowy got up, she got up and ran, hoping to find the culprit. As she lost Snowflake, but she just looked down and for a split second did eat a little mouse. She hunted. Something quickly stole Snowflake. Once I find who stole my little snowflake, I'm going to destroy them. Snowy hissed. And she ran off. So now she's on the other part of the land. Now she's at the scorched ruin. Or one of the scorched ruins. Until she saw the forgotten island. She decided to swim. Despite not liking water, she still swam onto the forgotten island. Over there, she found candy. And she found a delicious taffy. And she threw the other candy. Threw the lollipop. She was at the candy. Well, she ate it. Then Snowy ran off. Well, that was a delicious taffy, she thought. Well, if she'd have swum again, she's not gonna let that water stop her in her tracks. She wouldn't let anything stop her in her tracks. She wouldn't stop until she'd find Snowflake, her lost long cub. But then Snowy ran to the magical waterfall. As then she reached the magical waterfall. She had not thought of anything really yet. She just watched, but she knew she couldn't stay there. She had been becoming other animals way too frequently. And they were not helping her. As a bat, she couldn't see. As a crow, she was right about food. And then she ran off. And she remembered seeing some land beyond the forgotten, scorched island. She decided to swim. Because she thought maybe the culprit could be in there. But no, it was just a giant spider web. Well, that must be some pretty really sticky spider web. But then she reached the village. And then nightfall started to come. The moon was climbing higher and higher into the sky. As she could see all the glimmering stars. The Snowy was not tired yet. Being a crow was exhausting, but being a lynx wasn't. She grew up as one. Where should I start looking now? She thought as she fell down some little holes, started to get through it. Well, it was useless. There were little cans of beans. Looked like something humans would eat. Where should I go now? She said. Maybe the farm again? She yowled. More candy, but those ones aren't as good as a taffy, she said. She avoided the mousetrap. Well, she fell down, just like she did when she was a clumsy little kitten. Finally, at last, she was there. She had sat down. Well, she was not tired yet. So, she stayed awake. Until a sharp noise came to her ears. What was that? She hissed as she ran down. All I see is horses, but not the strange noise, she thought. Oh, it's a baby, a human baby, she said. As she looked at the baby, then she ran off, because the baby can't steal it. In fact, Snowflake was older than the baby, from what the baby looked. Well, that was useless, she yowled. As she then ran into the chicken farm, kind of going up there. Well, she was too big to be fit in there, so she just ran off. She knew something in this barn could be a hint. She found taffy, but she was not really in the mood for sweets. As she found the little wolf sitting there. Or at least it looked like a wolf. Probably was a kitsune. A baby. It's hard to tell these days what's a kitsune and what's not, she said. As baby kitsunes could just look like a vox pop. Well, she found nothing useful there. She decided to run out again. She ran out into the crop field where the pumpkins grew. Then there was the award-winning tallest pumpkin, biggest pumpkin ever. They got a award for a contest, a little local contest. Well, in fact, the pumpkin was the biggest in the world. While Snowy had a harder time getting around the obstacles, as it was a weird bumpy landscape. Then she ran out by the water again. This time she jumped in. There was some weird feeling about this. So not to go that way. That way did not look really friendly. And then she just swam around. She just swam. As graceful as a swan, she swam in the river. She swam in the Yoki River. Not Yoshi, it's Yoki. For anyone that's confused. Yeah, because Yoki kind of sounds like Yoshi. And then, well, she went back onto the haunted island. Nobody had climbed it. Because who would want to claim a haunted island? Well, I don't know who would. And anyways, it was not much use to humans. Snowy then came across some burnt trees. Then, as her legs got tired, she sat down. Or more likely laid down. What happened here? She said in a worried voice. Why are there burnt trees? She yowled. As the sun was starting to rise, she felt a little sleepy. She decided to go look before she got too sleepy. As she can look for Snowflake if she's asleep. She ran over the bridge. And, well, she almost fell down the thing. Then she decided to just jump over it and follow the path. As well, there was a wandering trader with Rocky the Kitsune. But she found the place and she found a little house. Most of the houses were unlocked, which was strange to Snowy, because most of the time the houses were locked to keep wild animals and other humans out from the humans' houses. And then she started to run to one of the places she once had gone off to. Well, she ran through. There was a little black cat sitting there. She ignored it. Nobody seemed to be working that day. As it was strange. It was like the village was abandoned. I'm feeling kind of hungry. Snowy yowled. I'm gonna go look for some mice or rabbits or something. She mewed. As she found the racing track for horses. Seems to be no horse on it today. As she wanted to try for some reason. She eventually jumped over the last one, as lynxes can jump high. She jumped over the last one as lynxes could jump high. Then she started to find her way back to the farm. As she found a horse who looked like they wanted to get free. They found a farmer who looked like old Granny's daughter, Matilda. Who seemed to be dressed up as a witch. Well, that bothered Snowy. Snowy necessarily did not like witches. As once she had to fight and kill off an evil witch. And she ate the taffy. She then found a horror of all animals' nightmares. A tractor. Snowy decided to run up to safety. And then she had a clump of old fur on. And she found some sleeping horses. She picked up her old fur. As she ran away. It was almost winter. Almost the time of the year. And to say thank you, well, the humans would not be able to understand. So she just decided to give the human the snowman. She ate the rest. It was a difficult little struggle to find food. Then I guess that was the farmer's friend. Well, it looked like Tori was a crow. Snowy decided to go around. And then she jumped over to the chicken coop to hunt a chicken. Then she went up, grabbed the chicken, took the chicken away. As well, she hunted the chicken. Then she started to eat the chicken. And she ate the chicken bit by bit. Then she finished the chicken. She purred. And she thought she saw a witch. Well, she did. But it seemed to be a good witch. Not like the ones she had to fight and kill. Then she found a little kitsune. Did not seem to be full grown. It did not have all 6 tails. As it started to rain, Snowy had to find shelter. Snowy did not want to be locked up with horses. I don't want to be locked up with the horses. She meowed as she purred from eating after she ate the chicken. And the chicken was plump and tasty. And then Snowy went to sleep. Well, when she would get on the board, she would then just eat the rest of the chicken that was still caught on her claws. She would lay down. She'd scratch her ear. She then lay down. And then she'd sleep. She got more to a comfortable sleeping position. And Snowy had fallen asleep.